T3 T3 Media.
Well, prepare yourself, guys. Welcome to another episode of Talking to the Media's your host, your home for entertainment news and reviews by fans for fans. I am your host, Chris Fagan, and this is a show where we're going to go through the latest in entertainment news. We're going to talk about some movies, and we're going to get your thoughts along the way. But we are joined by somebody new. But before I introduce our third host who is with us for the first time, let me not F up and let me first introduce my wife to my left, Joy Fagan.
Hello.
Thank you. That's right. She's mine. Don't try anything funny. And also joining us for the first time, we are going to be interviewing and co-hosted with Harley Q. Did I say it right? Is it Harley Q S?
No, you can just call me Harley or Harley Q, whatever you call me. Just don't call me late for dinner.
There you go. Oh, well, cha. All right, well, so guys, we're gonna talk with Harley Q about her experiences on social media, everything, her hobbies, everything she's interested in, the things that she presents to her audience, and maybe to you. Maybe you'll be interested in giving her a follow. So let's just get right into it before we get into the rest of the show. So, guys, if you want to send your questions, comments, concerns, put it in the box, comment, support the channel. You can always go through either super chats or just regular comments. If you don't want to send a super chat or anything like that, you're not obligated to. Just hit the like button, subscribe. It always helps us out and we appreciate it. So Harley QS.
Harley, you call me Harley.
That's your I don't want to mess up the government name. What is it?
Yeah, I'm not coming after you. Don't worry. It's all right. You can just go Harley.
Yeah, just introduce yourself to the audience and let them know what you're all about.
So, I am just somebody who really loves video games. I have been an avid collector my whole life. Um, Pretty much, I just like all things video games, all things nerdy
Mm-hmm.
games. I just want to share it with the world. That's all I've ever really wanted to do.
I found your platform on TikTok originally, but you have more than one platform, and is it mostly just video game content, or what is it
Yeah,
mostly you're interested in?
honestly, it is mostly video games. That's the majority of like what I focus on. That's what I probably know the most about.
Mhm.
But like, I do a bit of everything. Um, I mostly do TikTok. I just think it's just an easy, very user friendly platform.
Mhm.
I do have Instagram and I do technically have YouTube, but I have not posted on that for like ever. And
What?
yeah, I know. It's so bad. But yeah, no, it's just been like a journey of just like not spending a lot of money on video games because let's be honest, um, some of these games can be worth like someone's whole life savings,
Mhm.
and I refuse to do that. So I just think that it's about conservation, it's about appreciating these things as not only just a form of entertainment, but as artwork because they're gorgeous, some of these things. And
Yeah.
I don't know. There's just so much to talk about when it comes to them.
Well, one of the main things that we discussed as we were like setting things up, you said that you were interested in talking about the topic of, because I think what we brought up the upcoming Tomb Raider series. I think is coming to Netflix as we were going back and forth, and I guess you wanted to give your thoughts and opinions about like female-led video games and the genre of video games. What is your thoughts on that? Or did I just open up a can of worms there when I asked that question?
No, absolutely. I think first of all, I have been a huge fan of Tomb Raider my whole life. Like I love Lara Croft. I've loved her. She's been like an idol for me. And like an inspiration, I feel. And I know that like might seem kind of weird because in some way she's like kind of viewed as like this huge, almost like sex icon, but she's so much more than that for like females because being a woman, a little kid growing up in the 90s, we didn't really have that many choices for like female characters. So it was like Tomb Raider, you
Hmm.
know? And I mean, I guess, now you have like Princess Peach who actually is getting her own, has her own game now, and then Zelda, and like all these females now who are represented. So it's nice to see Laura go from more than just being, in a bathtub to like actually being just a badass person that she is. And like I think the reboot that happened in like I think 2013,
2013 was it?
I think it was 2013.
Mhm.
Is just such a beautiful example of like her rebirth and how she's so much more than just boobs.
That doesn't mean I mean I am a fan of those too, but yeah, but I get exactly what you're saying. I've never, you know what? Growing up, I never played the Tomb Raider game that much. I wasn't a PlayStation guy. I was always anti PlayStation. But in 2013 when the new reboot came up, I was fascinated with it. And when the movie came out, that what felt like it was kind of loosely based on that new reboot or that new installment of the video game, I was all in on Tomb Raider. I thought this was it because it got me, a guy who was never a fan of that. I love video games. I play a ton of games, but Tomb Raider never really interested me, but that reboot, I was fascinated with it. I played them all and I loved them all, and I loved the new installment of the movie. I wasn't much of a fan of the Angelina Jolie one. Babe, did you ever play a Tomb Raider, or did you watch any of the Tomb Raider movies or anything like that? Not at all? That wasn't your jam?
No, I mean, I like video games, but I'm not very good at them.
Oh.
So I end up just watching others play video games.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I'm a watcher.
You pervert. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, but
It's a thing for a reason. People like watching video games. That's why streamers have jobs. Is why some people might not have and that's why I like video games, is because it's a way that we can all kind of like get along and understand one another.
Mhm.
Is like we might not be able to physically play a game, but we can all sit and discuss. Oh my god, do you remember that one time we stayed up till 3 a.m. and then we all played Outlast and we all just like we all collectively were too scared to go to the bathroom and we stood outside with the flashlight and we just couldn't do it. You build memories with one another through a video game.
Yeah.
And how often have you bonded with somebody by just saying like, "Oh my god, did you ever play this game?" And they go, "Oh my god, yeah!" And you just have like a 30-minute conversation. That's why I like video games.
Yeah, but I mean, but on top of that, nowadays, I mean, like that was the before time when gaming wasn't as crazy as it is now. But nowadays, we get every now and then, every time I come across a video game related topic. Hey, Brianna, I see you in the chat. How you doing? Appreciate you joining us live. But every time I see a video game related topic, it's always somebody's always in an uproar. And I believe, me and you were talking about another video game. What was it called again? I think. What was the other? The two. We were just talking about, it was Tomb Raider and the
Ghost of Tsushima. We were talking about.
Okay. Yeah. Like, what are your thoughts about how like female protagonists are like being treated by the fans and things like that?
So I think there's been like I feel like there's like this divide. There are people like me who are so much about like representation of like other groups that are just like not really seen enough,
Mhm.
But then you have like these really cool characters. Like Ghost of Tsushima itself has so many really cool female characters, like Yuna, who is just this gorgeous example of just a badass warrior who literally helped Jin throughout his whole journey of just trying to save um Tsushima,
Mhm.
and first of all, the story of Ghost of Tsushima is not even real. Everything's made up about it. Like Jin's not a real character. There was no ghost. I mean, yes, the Mongols did invade Japan, but that's basically where the story ends. So
Well,
people getting
before you
all-
continue, I want to.
Yeah.
We got a comment that your mic was low. I'm increasing the volume. So Brianna, if you're listening, let us know. I just increased Harley's volume, so let me know if that worked. So just keep going. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Harley. Just keep going ahead.
You're fine.
I'm just increasing the gain on your volume. And just Brianna, if you're there, or anybody out there that's listening, let me know if it sounds better, or if it's too loud or too low, or what. Let me know, and I'll keep adjusting it. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Harley. What were you saying?
No, I just want to make sure. No. So like I was saying, like Ghost of Tsushima is not based in any historical accuracy besides like that it's in Japan,
Mhm.
you know, and the Mongols invaded. So like when people get upset that like the second game is gonna have a female samurai,
Mhm.
like, wait, why do you care about historical accuracy now?
Yeah, it's like we were talking about like Assassin's Creed, like how
Yes.
people got into an uproar about there being a black samurai, but even though this was based on something that the historians say that actually happened. And Brianna's saying that the volume is a little bit better. Yeah, okay. Harley sounds clearer now. Okay, good. Thank you, Brianna. Appreciate you. But yeah, that's why that's why I love the comment section. They make us better. Brianna's always typing in, Chris, don't be bitter, be better. So appreciate it. But yeah, it's like yeah, I mean, it's the toxic fan thing. You know, everybody always gets upset. Oh no, it's a girl. I'm like it's weird. Like at first it was like what comic books, for example, like. People,
right.
I remember going to comic book stores and we would always be like, I wish more girls would be a part of this. And the second the comic book industry became, and the video game industry became literally 50-50 boys and girls, then that's when the haters came up. Too many girls now. Like, what? Like, make up your mind. like what is going on here?
I always love when you point out the videos that are guys getting owned.
Guys getting on, yeah. There's this.
Fun.
I forgot her name, but there's this TikToker who makes guys look so bad. She trolls them so bad when they talk noise, and she puts them in their place. I would be desperate to. I would love to have her have all of us together on because I love her content where she just she doesn't really talk shit until she proves that she's the best point in the lobby, and then the second they go quiet, that's when she raises her voice. Oh, what happened? Oh, you're not talking that shit. I guess you need to get in the kitchen. And so she's hilarious. But what about that? Like, do you do online gaming? Have you had that experience with guys online?
Yes.
Or yeah.
Yes. So
like immediate yes.
He's like, oh yes.
Yeah. So I grew up in the Xbox 360 era of gaming. So like I remember booting up Call of Duty, getting on Modern Warfare, having my cutesy little gamer tag, and someone being like, "Are you a girl?" And like, really? Like, go touch grass.
Yeah. My son says that to me a lot. Go touch grass. I'm like, you go cut grass. But
I really want to say like go yourself, but like you can't really.
Yeah, you're what did I limit? You're at a 3 F-bomb limit? No.
Three. I haven't used any yet.
No, go ahead. I mean, yeah. I mean, the world is full of motherfucking profanity. I know sometimes that shit isn't good for us, but we just got to power through. But no, like anything else you want to tell the audience to like let's do this shameless plug for your channel, for everything that you're up to, and why people need to go and run to your pages and all your ads and all that good stuff.
Honestly, I'm doing a like 31-day series for like every day of October, reviewing some kind of spooky game. So if you're like, you want to learn, not necessarily scary, some of them are, because I'm a big chicken, but we'll just review spooky games, talk about like some of the history of that, and that's really what I do. I talk about the history of games and just weird systems too.
Yeah.
And controller peripherals. Like, I'm all about conservation of video games and just like same thing with media, because some of this media is like completely lost to us.
Yeah.
Like if you think about what's that? Is it 28 Days Later? The zombie movie. The DVD is like ridiculously expensive because there was only it's not able to stream on anything.
Right.
Same thing with like Dogma too. Dogma's like another really expensive DVD because it's like not streamed on anything.
Wait, Kevin Smith's Dogma?
Yeah.
See, I knew. Okay, your Joy's like, oh no, you can just open up a can of worms anytime Kevin Smith is mentioned. I love Kevin Smith, my favorite director. See, I knew. See, I told you. I sensed it. The force was strong with me. I knew I wanted to collab with Yes. There we go.
No, I can actually quote most of Clerks.
Hold on. Wait, are we about to have a clerk off? You think you're
You
gonna
know
come?
how many? I can't say the number 37.
I live by the. You know what? I live by the number 30.
37.
Okay? I don't. Okay, we don't. We would. I said that I was going to aim for a certain time limit. People know that I always go beyond the tight 30 so I won't. Next time we'll have the clerk. We'll have the clerk off. The clerk off. That sounded weird. The clerk.
I'll have to brush up. It's been a hot minute. It's been so long since I've seen Clerks, but I used to watch that every day after high school.
Man goes into cage goes into salsa, sharks in the salsa, our shark. Come on, if you don't know that Randall quote, see, I will go to the most. Oh shit, she knows it. Damn it. Okay, but now you know. Now you believe me. Now my credentials aren't to be trifled with. Right now, you know that you have a.
It took me a minute. Like I said, it took me a minute because I'm like, it's been so long since I've seen Clerks, so I'm like, wait a minute, I know this.
Okay, all right. Next time, okay, we're gonna have to have a Kevin Smith moment on the show. Okay, all right. So, okay, damn it. Now I don't want to move on to the next topic. I just want to talk about Clerks now. But we'll next time. We'll say that for next time. All right, guys. Yeah, follow. Oh no. Tell everybody where they can follow you online, and then we'll do it. We'll do it again at the end of the show. But yeah, let the people know where they can locate you.
So TikTok is the best place. I'm always on TikTok. I post daily on TikTok. There's very few times I don't post on TikTok. Instagram, when I remember, and YouTube. At some point, I'll start posting back on there.
Yeah, and in the description, guys, I have her TikTok where you can follow her, and then from there you should be able to follow her everyone online. Wherever you find Harley, just follow her there. And let her know that you saw her on the T3Media Studios platform. So yeah, we appreciate that. All right, guys, let's get into the topics of the week, and then at the end of the show, we saw the Joker 2 movie yesterday, and we're going to give you our thoughts on that. There's going to be some no spoilers, but there is some surprises, so stay tuned for that. All right, but before we do it, get into that, it didn't feel like I was about to throw it to a commercial break. Like let's hear a word from our sponsors, and then it'd be Harley like did.
No, but I'd have to come in with like a Billy May. Harley Q here with another fantastic product.
There you go. See, guys, that's the fun never stops.
We're gonna party like it's 3 easy payments of $19.99.
Yeah. See, we need to hire her to do our marketing campaign. All right, but guys, let's get into the first topic of the week. Joy, what do we have? Well, the second topic, I guess, right?
The second topic.
Yeah, what do we got?
Rust is scheduled to be released in theaters in the United States by the Avenue in 2024. Mm-hmm. However, the film's world premiere will be at the Camera.
This is a Cannes Film Festival. I think that's what it is, right?
No.
It's the Cannes Film Festival.
Camaramarage International Film Festival in Poland in November 2024. I butchered that, but that's all right. The screening will honor the memory of cinematographer Helena Hutchins, who was killed in a tragic on-set accident in October 2021. The film's armorer, Hannah Gutierrez Reed, is serving an 18-month sentence for involuntary manslaughter in the crime.
Yeah, for those of you guys who don't remember, yeah, that was the movie where, like I said, the cinematographer who lost her life tragically, and the thing that stood out the most in that moment was how, depending on your political views, people were for and against Alec Baldwin. Mostly, it wasn't about the facts of the trial; it was about the fact that he made fun of political leaders and stuff. So that's where a lot of people's opinions were on it. People who were for and against the armorer, who in my opinion did deserve the majority of the blame, because it was her job to make sure that those props were what's called on set cold, not hot. Cold. They say they shouted cold gun. That was her job. So and I'll say it again, the only part where when people said that they believed Alec Baldwin was responsible, and this is what I would agree with, was the fact that he was the producer who hired said armorer. But in the end, they found him not guilty, and they found her more liable, and she's currently serving her time on that. Haley, did you hear anything about that story? Did you keep up with that, or did you know anything about that topic? Harley, I'm sorry, I said Haley.
I was like,
just waiting,
Haley?
get it right.
Who's Haley? Someone else joined the crew.
Yeah, I'll wait for you to rectify the situation.
shameless plug for myself. No, I heard a little bit about it. I obviously followed a little bit of the news on it. I do feel bad for Alec Baldwin because, like, think about, like, okay, I cosplay, and, like, how many times do I pick up props and just, like, wheel them around? Not know, like, could you just imagine just picking it up?
Yeah.
Thinking it's not going to do anything, and then you take somebody's life. Like, that is something you really have to live with, So
exactly.
I do feel bad for him, and I am glad that he was found not guilty.
Mm-hmm.
And I do think that as, like, a prop master, you do need to take a lot of responsibility, especially when you're using anything with, like, fireworks. I don't know what the technical terms would be, but, like, any kind of pyrotechnics. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Pyrotechnics. That's right. I was struggling trying to remember that too, but yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Anything like that, where it's anything that somebody could be in. It's the same responsibility you take when you get in a vehicle. You are responsible for not only yourself, but everybody else on the road too. So you have to take that very seriously.
Yeah, agreed. What do you think, Beth? Anything?
I mean, I unfortunately I don't feel like the movie's going to do very well.
Based on
all the stuff that's going on and surrounding it, I just don't think it's got bad press regardless.
Yeah.
That it's just not going to do well. It could be a superb movie, but I don't know that people are going to flock to see it.
Yeah, based on the controversy behind it. The spouse of the woman who lost her life, he's now been brought on as a co-producer and is championing it. He said that his wife would have wanted it to be released, not shelved indefinitely. So the blessing has been given, and I guess we'll see how that all turns out. Guys, let us know what you think about this whole situation. How do you feel about the Rust movie being released or given a small theatrical run, and if it should get a larger run? Do you think people will go out and go see it, or do you think that this is a movie that probably people were like kind of past, we don't, nobody's really interested anymore? Or do you think it might be some boost and support that might show up later? Let us know your thoughts on any of those questions, and as I always say, let's keep talking. Okay, let's move on to what's the next topic of the day, babe.
From Variety, toxic fandom, Chris's favorite thing. Mm-hmm. How Hollywood is battling fans who are just out for blood, from social media boot camps to superfan focus groups. The article from Variety discusses the growing concern in Hollywood about the impact of toxic fandom on popular franchises like Star Wars, The Lord of the Rings, and Bridgerton. It highlights how aggressive backlash from fan communities can lead creatives to alter or shy away from bold narratives, with showrunners and actors facing harassment over their portrayals and story decisions. The piece examines the dynamics between toxic fans and the industry, noting that while passionate fan engagement can be beneficial, it often turns sour, resulting in damaging consequences for both the creators and the overall enjoyment of the content. The article also reflects on how studios are beginning to navigate these challenges, striving to maintain creative integrity while addressing the demands and criticism from fan bases.
All right. So what I've noticed lately, especially with like Agatha All Along, the Acolyte, things like that, for almost anything Disney, right? So there's this thing where when certain movies come out, like Deadpool, and that one does well, but when shows like Acolyte or Agatha All Along comes out, and there's ever any scene where oh my God, God forbid, there's a girl who might be dating another girl or a boy dating another boy, then obviously we get the typical hey, like we were just talking about with Harley earlier with video games and whatnot. The typical the typical groups come out and have their voices heard. But what I've also noticed lately is that whenever there's another movie like Deadpool or something like that, or anything else that these groups consider did not go woke or whatever that word they want to use, then they'll run a parade and they'll think there's a victory. Yeah, now Disney's finally listening to us and things like that. So now I feel like I don't know if there's a conscious effort by studios to appease, because this is always a silent a vocal minority, but they're very vocal. Or if it proves that everything that they're complaining about isn't really happening. There are movies where it's the typical, He-Man rah-rah, type of movie. But you got to get over yourself. There will be a movie that has representation. So, and speaking about Deadpool and Wolverine, it's funny how that movie made $1 billion and so beloved by the toxic fandom group, or the Rep, or whatever you want to call them. But Deadpool is very open about his sexuality towards men. It's weird how they'll just like
I think some of
anybody who says anything about Deadpool has obviously never actually put up a Deadpool comic.
They've never watched the Deadpool. Exactly. I'm like, there was an International Women's Day. That's all I have to say about that. But I'm sorry, babe. What were you about to say?
I think some of these you have. Who is the creator, producer behind it? Because like Star Wars has struggled.
Yeah.
I think because each and every little spinoff, it's not like it's the same creators or producers. They hire someone new for each one to write their story. I'm not as familiar with the Lord of the Rings kind of stuff, but like Shonda Rhimes is huge. And Bridgerton is not her first rodeo.
Right.
She's done, Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder and Grace, which has been on for like 22 years now. And she does not give a rat's ass about what any of those haters think, because she is the queen of writing whatever the heck she wants. It's my show, it's my story, and I'll tell it like I want to.
Yeah.
And you can like it or leave
Grey's
it.
Anatomy alone. Grey's Anatomy alone has the most insane plot points where, like, I don't know a group of people who have had, like, the worst things happen to them constantly.
Yes.
And then everyone's just normal about it.
You see, like, the different groups and comments, those haters have been around since day one, disliking everything she's done. Yeah, you killed this one. You quit that one. Quit. I don't like this storyline. I hate it.
I don't like that. I think I have a soundboard for that, right? For that sound. But I don't like that. Yeah, but
I don't like that.
It was when Lexi died. I stopped watching.
I know a lot of people left when Derek died.
Yeah,
I've kept on checking.
But
like, I was like for that when Lexi died, and then Mark died right after that. And I was just like, I'm done. I'm done.
I mean, like Bridgerton had its own people, because she has people of all colors in it.
Yeah.
And you had all these people going, that didn't exist back then.
Yeah.
Do I care? I'm glad what I want to write.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's another thing that this article tapped on. It's like this whole thing about protecting the purity of the original or the source material, and it's always they always try to argue that's the argument, or that's the mission. But it's like, dude, the original, the Holy Trilogy isn't going to delete just because the Acolyte, has a black lead, or there may be an Asian protagonist, or LGBT characters, or whatever like that. Like Luke Skywalker doesn't vanish just because gay people exist. Like that. It's weird how like people will just like it was better back in the day, or this and that and the other. Oh, I mean, you were a teenager or a kid back then, and like everything you thought when your brain was developing at that time, you thought was the best. I still think that Bone Thugs and Harmony is the best rap group in the world. I mean, but are they making money now? No. Like, so, I'm like, it's everything like hip hop, like most things is by the youth and for the youth. I mean, all this stuff is for, it's going to appeal to and be geared to or centered towards the society that we have today, and to the generation that we that we have today, and for tomorrow. And that's how businesses stay, in business. You adapt to what's going on in the current events. But everybody, like these member-berry nostalgia people, there's like, oh, back in my day, like that's who's better back then. I remember. Hey.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. Shay, shut up. We gonna kill you, remember? I remember.
Back in my day, they would never.
Yeah, everybody's always clutching their damn pearls. Oh, I declare, like movies where, I mean, like there was a ton of representation back in the day. Like, what are you guys talking about? Girls can play video games. Girls can be in the leads in movies. The Acolyte was not a bad. It wasn't the perfect show, but it did not deserve the hate that it got. And I'm just tired of seeing people get online declaring victory. We got it canceled. Like, I mean, what? I can go on and on about
all they
stuff
can
like
do is
that.
say, "Why is everything so woke?"
I don't know. I mean, why?
Like, oh,
Yes, it's the wokeness that's like, oh, I'm sorry, considering other people is such a bad thing, considering that somebody, like, the fact that a little kid can have somebody to look up to and just, like, have that be, like, their idol is kind of a cool thing, Like, be like, oh, I'm represented. Like, I can be in Star Wars universe,
Yeah.
Or I can be in Skyrim, or I don't know. Whatever your little heart desires.
Exactly. That's what. Hey, you know what? That's the message. That's what I believe, and I feel like. I mean, these little declarations of victory here and there with those groups. It's just nonsense. Like I said, it's a minority, but they're so vocal. It's a very loud minority, and hopefully.
And I'm gonna say the same thing that I've said to them my whole life. We are not guaranteed any time on this planet. I'm not gonna waste it being angry at a video game.
Yeah.
There's so many other things.
Isn't there a new Star Wars game out right now getting bashed? Was it Outlaws or something like that?
Yes, Outlaws. I don't know anything about it. Yeah. I think the Star Wars market is just so dried up. It's like a poor little raisin right now. I think Disney milked it for all it's worth, as Disney does.
It's oversaturated, yeah. So I mean, we can argue about that. That's I feel like that's fair, and the writing of certain things might be bad. That's fair, but the people who say it's bad because a girl is in it, give me a damn break.
I can tell them touch grass.
Go touch grass. I mean, just because a girl won't touch you doesn't mean a girl doesn't deserve to be on this damn movie, right? I mean, like it's weird, but
We make up half the population.
Yeah. Get over it, guys. But
get over it, nerds.
Well, guys, let us know what you guys think about this situation with like this toxic fandom. We talk about it every now and then. There's an article on Variety about it. Go check it out. It was called Toxic Fandom, how Hollywood is battling fans who are just out for blood. These guys are just doing it just for the sake of clicks. I mean, like I always say, if the internet gods were to come down and guarantee me 1 million subscribers, I'd sell out and become a grifter too. But there's no guarantee. So you know what? I'd rather just keep it real. But if give me that guarantee, I'll sell out in a heartbeat. It's like Harley's like, what? You sell out, Chris. Yes, I didn't sell out. I bought in. All right. What's the next topic of the day?
From JoeBlow.com, it turns out that in the original Jurassic Park, directed by Steven Spielberg, Samuel L. Jackson was supposed to fly to Hawaii to film Arnold's death scene, but a hurricane destroyed the set. and the scene had to be scrapped. He regrets this because he was physically chased by them and eaten, and he really wanted to do it. So, what do you think about his missed opportunity?
It sucks, and I saw another article where he talked about it. Like he still thinks about it. He sucks. It sucks. He really wanted to film that.
He wanted to get eaten by the dinosaur.
I thought the scene where only his arm came out was shocking. It was scary. I mean, you instantly knew what was going on and whatnot. But to hear that there was meant to be more, it sucks because maybe it means that. I mean, eventually it all worked out for him in the end because his career, I mean, even though his career didn't really start taking off until he was already in his 40s. But it's, I mean, cool. I mean, like maybe it would have happened sooner or maybe that scene would have made his career hit faster. Maybe not. We don't know. But I always say everything in the world that's meant to happen eventually does. So I will say this. Let me. I haven't done this in a while. I used to do a segment. Sometimes I do it on TikTok where I call it the blackest moment of a certain movie. So Jurassic Park, the blackest moment. Yeah, hold on to your butts. Blackest moment. There you go. But what do you think? What was that scene? How do you feel about this news about Jurassic Park and Samuel L. Jackson, Harley?
So first of all, that scene when I was so obviously I was very young when Jurassic Park came out, so I didn't even realize that was Samuel L. Jackson's arm. I just thought that was some random dude's arm. I didn't realize until I was older that it was Samuel L. Jackson. I just thought Samuel L. Jackson just appeared on the island.
He's still there to this day with one arm.
Right? Like I had no idea. And then it wasn't until I was older and then she said, "Oh, Arnold," and then it clicked in my brain and I was like,
you're like, oh no.
You know, because when you're a kid, you're just like, "Oh, dinosaur, yay!" Nothing else matters. So hearing that and I'm like, okay, you know what? Little baby Harley would have understood so much more.
You had some other before while we were prepping the show up. You had some more fun Jurassic Park facts. What did you?
So many. I was telling you, there's so many errors in that movie, and a lot of it is like happening in like the first scene when you first see the T-Rex, like especially with the fence. Like the fence level will change constantly. So like when they first pull up to like feed the goat. So, like, the cars are level with the goat. And then it starts to rain, the weather gets bad, the power goes out, the T-Rex comes out. The T-Rex is now suddenly just stepping over, stepping out of the fence, no problem. He attacks the cars, right?
Right.
The cars go over, through the fence. Now, suddenly, they're not level anymore. The car's just going down right into a tree. So, that level where the goat was, it's now a cliff for some reason. It just flies off the cliff.
I still don't believe you. I'm gonna have to go back and double check. I don't believe you. But
as Garuda Legends pointed out, Samuel L. Jackson did. He did get to live getting eaten by. It was by a shark.
Yeah, you know what?
The Deep Blue. He made that beautiful speech.
I don't want to talk about Deep Blue Sea.
And got eaten.
I don't want to talk about Deep Blue Sea.
I wonder if that was to make up for his loss, not getting eaten by a dinosaur. Yeah, that courageous speech that he said at the end. Let's do the tearjerker for Harley.
You want to talk about childhood trauma? We'll talk about Deep Blue Sea because I tell this story all the time because I can't just I wanted to go see Inspector Gadget so bad. And I know that it was at the same time that Deep Blue Sea was in the theater. And I begged my parents, please, just take me to see Inspector Gadget. But no, my dad wanted to see Deep Blue Sea. The second that parrot gets eaten, I just went, nope, I'm out.
A parrot?
And the parrot there's a part of the scene where the parrot gets eaten by a shark. In that movie.
Cool J.
Oh yeah.
LL Cool J is the parrot, the shark, and I was like, I'm done. Stood outside the theater and cried the whole time. My mom had to stay with me, and it was just so every time I think about Deep Blue Sea, I think about that damn parrot and Inspector Gadget.
And LL Cool J even made like a reference, like black people
Let it out, Harley.
die first or get
Yeah.
eaten or something. He's like, I will not. I'm not going out like that.
Yeah, that's. I remember.
I can't remember. He was like walking around like, I'm not. I refuse.
Childhood trauma.
I remember that. Yeah, that was one of the. Now I'm wondering if that was to make up for him not doing that scene in Jurassic Park. But yeah, that scene. I wish I would have seen it. It sounds like it would have been cool. I'm glad.
Yeah.
It was. I felt like it was effective the way they did it. I instantly knew because she was saying his name. She was saying as she was backing up, like, I think we're back in business when the light came on and then his arm came out of nowhere. I think she was saying his name, so I knew from the get-go. I mean, besides the fact that he was the only other black guy, besides the guy that died in the very beginning of the movie, So, but I knew that had to be his arm, or either Samuel L. Jackson was running around. Yeah, the guy that died in
Jurassic Park. It's two.
Yeah, the guy that, in the very beginning that died, right?
That are both people. It's a twofer.
Yeah, the only
are both people of color.
Yeah. That scene at the very beginning, right? Shooter!
Like, all right, okay, we're going right into it.
Yeah, but so I
We're
knew.
not even gonna be subtle about this.
Yeah, like there will be no survivors of color. Anyway, all right, let us know what you guys think about the whole Samuel L. Jackson's scene. His how he feels like that was a missed opportunity. Do you think it would have been better with it in or better with it out? Let us know in the comments below. The scene. By the way, let me just clarify what I just said there. Let us know what you guys think, and let's keep talking. All right, guys, let's end the show up with a quick review. We'll be quick about it. Well, this could be like a quick talk me into it moment because Harley hasn't seen it. She's a Harley Q, but she has not seen Joker Folie. Was it Folie à Deux? What is it? What is it called? Let me change the graphic. You said you have not seen Joker yet, right? Joker 2. It is out today or tomorrow, I think. We are here at T3 Media's. We are better than a lot of people, so we got a advanced screening. No, I'm just joking. No, we were lucky enough to get invited to a press screening, so we saw it a little early. We were invited by Regal, and
it should.
I'm going to give a non-spoiler.
Well, this isn't a spoiler, but it should tell you things when there was like no line, no crowd.
It told me that maybe people already saw it at other screenings. So basically, I felt like this is our talk me into it part of it. So let us know at the end of this after our little chat if we talked you into this show or not.
I'm supposed to talk her into it.
Well, no.
Not enough money in the world, baby.
Into it based on our honest reaction. So no, it's not. Going into it, I was thinking that it was going to already be heavily. What's the word, panned or just an army was going to come against it because it was they said it was going to be a musical. I going in thought, okay, this has got to be a situation where all the music we're about to see is going to be in his head, because I based that on that bathroom scene on the first one when he took those guys out in the subway and then he started dancing in the bathroom, when he was when he was becoming more and more of the Joker. I thought it was going to be something like that. Like this was all in his head. And sometimes it was, and sometimes it wasn't. And that was a confusing part of the movie. Overall, the movie, I'll say it like this. Regal, that invited us to this screening, started us off with giving us a $15 gift card for our concession. For the first, I was like, wow, that's cool.
I love that.
I love that. The theater that we were in was that
it's like a new
4K where they have the projectors on both sides of the wall where they'll shine on the extends the widescreen to the two walls on the left and to the right. And I was like, I've never seen that before. That was pretty cool. And by the end of the movie, I left with the impression that everything that the theater did was the best part of the experience. And that's how I left out of it. I was really trying too hard in my head to understand what the director, what the writer was going for, and at the end of it, I was like, I was doing too many mental gymnastics to try to not give this movie a bad rating based on the fact that I love the first one so much. But there were certain scenes musically where it was like I know they hired Lady Gaga because she can sing. If it's going to be a musical, but she does have acting depth. She can act her ass off. All the acting was great, but there was a certain scene that came up where I was like, "Oh, come on, that is too on the nose." Of you of hitting us over the head with this is 100% why we hired Lady Gaga for this thing. Well, pretty much like a damn concert almost. I'm like, is this a movie for the Joker, or is this a marketing for Lady Gaga concerts? So certain things like that. It felt like the stories for me didn't really go anywhere, and the big surprise at the end, I was underwhelmed. I left thinking, yeah, I felt like they dragged everything that was going on was just dragged on for no reason, and the payoff at the end could have been the ending of the original movie, and I felt like it was just not a waste. It had opportunities to not be a waste of time, but by the time we got through the whole thing, it felt like none of this was necessary. That's the impression it left for me. Joy, real quick, what was the mouthful that you gave me on the ride home?
I will go with Old School and Living Color. 2 thumbs down. Hated it. The 2.
Yeah, I know.
Reviews.
The musical part of it.
Music is in my blood, so I love music and I love musicals. But the songs in a musical are supposed to tell you a story. That is their purpose. If you were watching a musical and you took the songs out, you wouldn't know what was going on because the songs are telling the story. This told me nothing. These songs served no purpose. They didn't tell a story. They were unnecessary. If you really wanted to portray that he's performing in his mind, or even now and then crossing over and performing things for real, you could have done that with 30-second snippets of a song and a jolt back to reality without inserting these lengthy songs that was serving no purpose. They didn't say anything. The movie probably would have been better if you just took all the songs out. And it wasn't the acting, because Joaquin Phoenix, the man put on a show. He put everything into it. And Lady Gaga, she's obvious. We know she sounds beautiful, and she did a good acting job. So it wasn't that. It was just the content that
they were working with. Yeah.
And it was like, what was the story? You're supposed to have a beginning, a middle, an end. We travel, we go somewhere, and we didn't. Where did we go?
My wife said like 30 minutes in, she was already ready to tap out. She was ready to go.
I looked at my watch, I don't know how many times, and I was like, that's wow. Okay, we have a long way to go, I'm sure, because we haven't made it very far.
So
well, I just think like with the first Joker, like the first movie, you see Joaquin go through this spiral of him just losing his mental health, and like they did so many cinematic ways to kind of represent that, like the staircase scene.
Mm-hmm.
He's dancing or whatever, but like he's literally losing his mind, and I just feel like there are ways to do that. Like you were saying, like if a musical doesn't pull the number, like there's literally like why they say, oh, it's a music number, because it's like it's part of it. It's supposed to be woven in. It's not just like throwing it in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a musical called Across the Universe. It's just all Beatles songs. And like it's just the story of like Maxwell's hammer and everything, and the characters are named Max and everything. So it's like the songs are woven into the story of what's happening, and still yet they're their own songs entirely.
Right.
That's what a musical should be. Not just, hey, we're throwing a song in here and la-di-da-di-da. That's why I hate musicals, when they're just like la-di-da-di-das. I think that's why people don't like musicals, is because sometimes it's like, why the fudge? I'm going to use it. Why the fuck are you singing right now?
And there was a lot of that. It was like,
this is not a time to sing.
What the hell are we doing right? Why? And to me too, it was the length of the, like, why do we need a 3-minute song right now?
Well, more than that, what the problem was with this movie was most musicals we're used to, like with Disney, for example, the scenes that we're seeing while the song is playing, it's still moving the story along. What I've heard and what I felt after I watched it, and I can agree with this criticism, it felt like for the sake of a song to play, the story, the movie literally like stopped. It was as if they literally pressed pause on what was going on. They sang a song that was loosely based on the topic, and then pressed play again for the movie. So like literally what my wife said a minute ago, that you could have taken all the music out and the story would have flowed a little bit better. Because,
well, I mean, like I told Chris, we watched a show that
Chloe's playlist or something like that.
Zoe's imaginary playlist.
Yeah.
And we enjoyed it, and it is a musical TV show. But the songs that she hears that no one else hears are not a full song. They are like little 30-second snippets when she jolts back to reality. And that they could have gotten their point across by
better.
doing little snippets of songs versus these lengthy random songs that are like, why is this?
Yeah.
And on top of that, too, like every single song is like a slow ass, boring. Oh, you're just like, I'm gonna go to sleep if we play another freaking ballad of what I don't even know what the heck this is.
Well, with all that said, so at the end of the day, that was our review for Joker 2. Did we talk you into it?
More like, did we talk you out of it?
I mean, I have seen some people I guess some people that really feel like, oh, you guys that hated it, you just really didn't get the deeper meaning, and it really was a beautiful psychological drama. And I'm like, okay, well, if that is your type of movie, then this is for you.
Yeah. What do you think?
Totally for you.
Like Spider-Man 3.
What do you think?
I'm gonna say it. No, I'm gonna say it, because like if you're a comic book fan, and especially if you're a Harley fan, we spoke about this before. When somebody just takes like your favorite character and just rips them down to nothing but their name and just says, yeah, everything else about them is utter garbage, and you just want their name, like, it's kind of like offensive in a way. It's like, what's the fucking point? There's number 2.
There's number 2. Yep. No, you're still under your quota. But yeah,
you know, like what's the point?
And I understand it when these are like Elseworld types of movie. I mean, James Gunn made it clear that they're going to be a cinematic universe, and there are going to be a lot of Elseworld non-related or one-offs. And I understand that this is an Elseworld Harley, but this Harley, even it just wasn't the way. I mean, we're used to. I can't say it without giving it a lot away, but like I'll just say we're used to.
I don't think anyone's on the edge of their seat about getting any spoilers.
We have some people in the comments who are like, you shouldn't let anybody's reviews stop you from going to see it. Like if you want to see it, see it. But that is the point. If you want to, if this was a movie that was like, this is on my watch list.
Yeah, go check it out. I've been
waiting for it to come out. Then go, please. Because you may be the one who's like, I loved it. But if you're one that was like, I wasn't necessarily interested, it's not really my jam, I'm not into musicals, then maybe wait till it comes out and watch it when it comes out.
I'll honestly say, on the standards of a proper musical, this didn't deliver well. It just did not. So if you're a musical person, then this probably won't speak out to you. Like, there are people who were like, I am not interested in this Joker movie, the original Joker movie. This is not my type of a movie. I would never watch anything like this. And then they see it, and then they came out like, oh wow, I was wrong. That movie changed my mind. I just don't see that happening again with this one. I don't see, if you hate musicals, that this will be the movie that'll make you like, that's going to turn you. It's not. And I feel like that's the only downfall for this one. In comparison with the original, no. Does the sequels have to be better than the original? No. But on its own, it's not that good of a movie on its own. So that's just my opinion. I mean, everybody that's watching, you might have a different one. But
I think it's hard too with like this being a sequel too, and it's like the first one wasn't a musical, so it's like, why are you going in that direction? It just doesn't make, it's just so off the top.
Well, I was excited about that. I thought that was going to make it. I was like, that was something interesting, because the first one was.
I think that's interesting too. It just seems so.
I mean, I thought that because he thought that the plot of the first movie was he felt like he was in a comedy. He was a tragic person, and he was doing some horrific things, but he constantly kept saying, my life is a comedy. And that narrative played well, horribly horrifically in the first movie. I thought that they were going to do the same thing. Like, my life is now a musical. And I felt like they tried to do it the same way. They tried to grab the same magic that they were able to grab the first time, but they missed it. And I mainly fault that to the fact that the music did not move the story along. It just, everything just, the way it stopped just was too jarring, in my opinion. But like I said, there might be some people out there that might see it and think otherwise. And if you enjoy it, have at it. I'm glad for you. It just didn't really, what do the kids say? Slap for me nowadays. But that's our review for it. Let us know what you guys think. And let's real quick before we head out. I know we already I told you, anytime I say that I'm going to do a tight 30, it's always an hour. But any other topics that stand out that we want to highlight? We have Brianna and Mr. Legends in the chat, always helping us out.
I say Garuda Legends, I think, is a fan of Harley here. He was like, who is that?
Who is the girl in the casino?
He goes, oops, arcade.
Oh yeah, no, that's not a casino, right? That's the
arcade.
This is my version of a casino. I could see myself actually spending money. I'm so cheap that like the concept of spending money at a casino, like if I would be able to get that money back, I'd be so upset.
We got some these comments coming up. But yeah, this is if you didn't catch the first part of the show, we introduced Harley Q guest hosting with us today. We introduced her in the first half, so rewind, go back to the first half and listen to the short interview that we did. We talked about what it was, LOL. That scene was good. I loved it as a kid. We guys talking about Jurassic Park. I forgot to turn the comments on. We kind of got
off onto Deep Blue, and
everybody just went Deep Blue crazy. Yeah. I'm just looking.
You guys were all invested in my childhood trauma.
He was giving such a good speech until the shark told him to shut the fuck up.
Really though,
you're done.
That shark was like, I ain't gonna listen to this shit. Let's see what else we got here. I have Legend says, I have a big crush on Lady Gaga. I hope Joker 2 is good. I've never seen her act before. The first she did American Horror Story. That's when I was like, oh, okay. I started feeling like she was legit as an actor when I saw her in American Horror Story. I liked her character in that. That was the first time I started really paying attention to. Have you ever seen Lady Gaga act in anything else before?
We saw part of Star is Born.
Oh yeah,
I tried to watch American Horror Stories, and the one with her season. I struggled a little bit. I didn't really like acting. But it could have just been the character too. So
Mhm.
I also said that about the one with the circus, and I ended up really liking that one too. So
Oh yeah, I
it
remember
might
that
just
one.
be something I have to just
Freak shows, right? Yeah, freak show.
yes.
Yeah.
And it might just be something where like I have to get through a couple of episodes just to kind of like adjust to it because I'm so used to her being a performer, and I will totally fault myself for that. But I just haven't really dove too much into her acting.
Yeah, no problem. No, I get it. I get it. Kevin Davis says, I feel bad for Warner Brothers and DC. They need a win right now, even if James Gunn makes a good Superman film. That will not change anything at all. I disagree. I think that's what everybody's waiting for. I think what people are waiting for, like like Joker, because Joker 1 made $1 billion. It really doesn't matter if Joker 2 flops. Joker 1 made enough money to cover it. It's fine. The franchise as a whole will be fine, so they'll just end it off with that. No, I think everything is riding on, for DC Studios, the new James Gunn DC Studios, everything is riding on Superman. That's because that's the beginning of this new cinematic universe. If that flops or if that fails, then there's some trouble, in my opinion. Another, let's see. Oh, we already read that one. Was the same one. Somebody said, like Legend says. Oh no! Somebody, I think Brianna said that she was looking forward to Penguin, and then the conversation about Penguin. At least episodes 1 and 2 are fire, which I agree.
I put in there, that we like it so far. It's been good. Yeah,
Penguin. Have you been watching Penguin on Max? Is that a series that you're interested in?
I didn't even know that it was out.
What?
I mean, like I knew it was like coming out, but I didn't realize that it was like out yet.
You got binge watch episodes 1. Is it 1 and 2 right now? Yeah. That's out. I'll tell you this. Colin Farrell is an outstanding actor, but I think was her name Sophia, the woman who plays Sophia for Tone, for the lady from How I Met Your Mother and. Was it Palm Springs?
From How I Met Your Mother. That's all you had to say.
The mother from How I Met Your Mother. She's
yes. Okay.
Yeah. I'm telling you. I'll say it every day. She's giving Colin Farrell a run for his money for the best character, best acting on that series. As outstanding as Colin is as he was on the Batman movie, and he continues to be in this series. She is stealing scenes. She is crushing it. So she's right now my favorite part. And I love what Colin Farrell is doing, but she is standing out. I'm like, I get nervous and scared for anybody else that's on the scene with her.
Well, I mean, I loved her in How I Met Your Mother, but
Wolf of Wall Street. It was also another one she was in.
She did a movie. Oh my god, I don't remember what it was, but it was like a time movie. It was like she was like
Palm Springs with Yeah, I love that one too.
I loved it.
Yeah. She was
such a good actress.
Almost everything, every role that she's taking is not like the same. She's not being typecast. She takes on these different roles, and she's crushing it. I see an Oscar in her future.
She did the USS Callister for Black Mirror. Is that the name of it?
I've never watched an episode of Black Mirror, but I gotta.
So good. Black Mirror is so good.
I gotta clip that reaction.
Skip the first episode of Black Mirror. Just skip it. You'll thank me for it. Maybe watch it for the shock value. Harley reminds me of Anne Hathaway. Thank you.
Oh, was that?
The actress or the historical figure? That matters to me.
The actress or the historical figure? Probably Anne Hathaway. Wait, what historical figure? I only know Anne Hathaway, the actress.
Wasn't that like Shakespeare's like? Hold on, Anne Hathaway. We're gonna look this up.
While you look that up, let me pull up a few more.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Shakespeare's wife was Anne Hathaway.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Bubble, toil, and trouble.
We learn something new every day.
Bumping it to the top of my list. Penguin. Yeah, we're talking about Penguin. Kevin goes, people are using excuses, good or bad reviews.
The Princess of Genovia.
People are using excuses, good or bad reviews shouldn't stop nobody from seeing this movie. Yeah, no.
Absolutely.
Go.
I agree 100%.
I champion movie going.
Everyone should watch The Room at least once in their life. Have you ever seen the movie The Room?
Which movie?
The Room.
The Room.
The Room. You know the. Oh my gosh.
The one that gets made fun of and.
Yes.
Yeah, the one.
I did not. I did not.
I did not.
Oh,
yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. No, I saw the Seth Rogen making fun of the movie.
Oh, doesn't even. Not even. You have to watch the actual thing.
I will not.
No.
It's a drinking game, right?
It's a drinking game. I have done the drinking game. Don't do it. No. It's such a funny game. It's such a not a game. It's such a funny movie.
Maybe I'll do a react. Maybe I'll do a first time watching reaction to it. Maybe I will.
I'll join you. I haven't seen a movie in a hot minute.
We have to have our Kevin Smith face off on soon. All right, let's end it with a couple of more. Let's see. Is this what? Oh no. Kevin Davis says, let's see, Catherine Hahn and Aubrey Plaza's performances is making Agatha All Along watchable. We have not seen. Let's guess tonight we'll watch the latest episode. We haven't caught up to the latest episode. I can't wait to check that out. Is that one that you're watching on Disney Plus?
No, but I see. Okay, so I saw this scene where she's holding a bunny and she's like petting the bunny, and the bunny, like the way she's just holding this bunny, and I'm like, I need to watch this show. So.
Just for the bunny?
Bunny. I've watched things. I'm sorry. I just told you to watch The Room. Do you think I watch things for like really good reasons?
Yeah, no, I mean, touche. I think that was that the last topic here. Yeah, Kevin Davis says, I hope the rumors about the Mandalorian ending is not true. I don't know. The only thing I know about the Mandalorian is that they were the movie that's about to come out that was going to be before then it was going to be followed by another season, but then they decided to scrap the new season. The ending of the Mandalorian run will be the movie that's about to come out. So that's the only rumor that I heard. So I don't know if that's what you were referring to, but thank you guys in the chat for helping us out in the conversation. Appreciate it as always. You guys are awesome. Like I always say, guys, leave your questions, your comments, concerns, and let's keep talking on any of the other topics you want to talk about or anything new that you want to bring to our attention. Bring it, send it to us, and maybe we'll discuss it on the show. I want to thank the panel for helping us out on another Thursday night. And as always, let me start off with my better half, Joy. If people want to find you online, where can they do so?
My TikTok is Viola Fagan, and my Instagram is Scrub Hats and More by Joy.
And my new Kevin Smith bestie, Harley Q. If people want to find you online, where can they do so?
Quite literally, you just type in Harley Q's Playtime in Google and you'll find me. No, if you can find me anywhere, I usually have a link tree which will take you all my socials, but mainly TikTok, so Harley Q's Playtime, Instagram, Harley Q's Playtime, YouTube, Harley Q's Playtime.
And guys, if you want to reach out to her and follow her on all of her socials, show the support, and we would appreciate you guys for doing so. And if you want to reach out to me at T3Media Studios as always, or at Chris W. Fagan on all the socials, like I said, share your thoughts, questions, comments, concerns. I always love talking with you guys. And until next time, guys, have a good one. See you next week, and let's keep talking. Peace. Thank you guys for watching our video. I really do appreciate it. Remember, you can support our show by becoming a member or a patron. So click the subscribe button. Don't forget to ring the bell for notifications so you'll never miss out on when we go live or post new content. Let's stay connected, grow this community together. Like,